press start to begin. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Super Bonus Round. We are back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. I'm your host, John Mugiwara JM. Joined as always by my co-host, Jad Peanuts.
Hey!
Rich Ramager 767.
Yes.
And special guest co-host, Prince Luffy.
Hello, hello.
We're back in court to talk to this mysterious witness.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
And for the record, because we were in the void, so is the Yeth, Furby.
And this next person is someone who witnessed a crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
What's with the stiff silence?
Stiff is right.
Shut up!
Fuck you! In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses.
And it's about to happen again.
It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
I can't believe he actually said that.
Now for the witness, could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll come right down the sides, boy.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that.
Thank you for calming my nerves.
That's the exact voice I pictured.
You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all.
It was nothing.
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation?
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
I just realized how perfect this was because that's also your cat's name.
I know. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor's all mine, boy.
No, the honor is all mine.
Well, you know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Well, now you know when this was written.
Yeah.
Sir?
Is there anything I can help you with?
You just go on and say whatever is on your mind.
Judge! What would Mr. Grossberg think?
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Yes. I can see why you'd say that.
She is going to be a tough witness, all right.
She's going to throw him under the fucking bus.
It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
What I witnessed.
I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed I was there. I went to go and find some other students, and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, The defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Young lady. So let's say, even I recall how hot the flames of young passing can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth.
But I would never.
That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies.
You haven't changed a bit. Mia Fey.
What's this? So, you two are acquainted?
Oh no, Mia's her third ex! Yes, we've met before. Once.
In any case, Miss Fay, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fay.
Madam? I'm no one's grandma yet, girly.
And she never will be.
Oh.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
All right, so press on, then suddenly.
Yeah. Are you saying the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes?
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right?
I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Dougie.
If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony just now?
Show contradiction.
Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we?
What? I would never.
Miss Fay, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne? The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim.
What?
There's no need to try and cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony.
Looks like we're finally getting somewhere.
Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting. I didn't hear anything unusual either.
If you were there, that is not true.
Yeah, if you were there, then what about the sound? You say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct?
Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me.
That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise.
He said that?
If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear the noise as well?
Oh, well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
It was a loud crack.
But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise, like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression.
Yeah.
May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on and I was listening to music at the time.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up. But it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble.
Thunder and lightning, huh?
Perhaps it isn't so frightening.
I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out.
You think she brings the butterflies with her wherever she goes?
Yes.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there aren't any contradictions in her testimony at all.
I mean, they're in court with her.
Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case.
There was lightning.
There was lightning!
Yeah, lightning.
You can block out thunder, but you can't block out that.
Yeah, Your Honor, there is a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Very highly unlikely, but not impossible.
It isn't impossible. Chances are slim, but never zero. I must admit that the thought had not occurred at the time.
And just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway?
Like this one. Do you shit with your ass?
This entire case is built on the premise that Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now.
Mr. Payne, stop that.
I'm glad that you have such a low pity of me, Miss Fry.
She's not the only one.
Huh?
I'm not for you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor.
For starters, stop playing with your ding-a-ling.
We found that there was no lightning strikes on that day at the location.
What?
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit.
And who is this affidavit from?
Now,
Pharmacology.
the pharmacology studies who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read you the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
What is a blackout?
All of the large equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're
Yes,
saying
we've already.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable.
Which, how did it get severed?
The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits the time of the death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly, in other words, the victim died as a result of touching a severed electrical cable.
But if the power was out, how?
like I assumed maybe they had cut and then reinstituted the power because you can't just cut an electrical cable while it's still
You
electrical.
can't.
Yeah.
According to these students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
Well, now they're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I see.
Apparently the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
Even so, they were up in the air.
I give it a bump from what? He's not 8 feet tall.
Well, from what, a bird?
However, there is one thing that troubles me.
Just the one.
If the cable could have been broken by a small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it had been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Faye? Do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor, I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try and regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it. Who was it that caused the cable to break?
Unfortunately, there's only one possible person.
Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that?
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right into Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Yes, the prosecution has also come to that same conclusion. And it was the very shot that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right, the victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense, and then the victim was electrocuted.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no. It doesn't make any sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable on the foreground here.
Yeah!
In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim.
Order! Order in the court!
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any...
Mr. Judge, sir? May I say something?
You gotta remember, sometimes the game will do it, not me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Madam Attorney's explanation? She said some things that are a little different than I remember them.
Oh, you
Whoa,
say that
whoa, whoa.
what?
What the?
Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge.
Of course, it's all right. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors.
What I Witnessed Part 2.
The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice.
Puh, puh.
The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. But Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind.
Get back here, Ducky!
The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted. It all occurred in less than a minute.
So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away.
And that is when the defendant brushed him for the second time.
Threw his ass under the bus.
I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
It's true, I saw it myself. He did the Wario shoulder attack.
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are.
I can still hear him yell wow when he did it.
Oh. Wow, when he did it. That's so bad. That's so fucking bad. Oh. Now then, Miss Faye, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
It's true.
Okay, now I know what the P's for now. The P's for Patsy.
Yeah.
It's true.
Or
Those
pansy ass.
those shoulder
Pansy ass.
Those shoulder attacks have been known to kill people. All right, you press on the... Okay, press on the first statement to get an optional achievement in your versions of the game. I'm on the Switch, so there's no achievements. I'm skipping that. Oh, okay, all right. The cable snapping, Dougie being electrocuted, all occurred in less than a minute. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No.
The power cable broke at 2:55.
It happened in a matter of 5 minutes.
Okay, so...
That's enough, witness.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture?
In a minute.
that was wonderful. It's like, oh, you will in a minute, bitch.
Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold.
That's the one that Joe Rokum told him to take.
It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch.
Oh, I hadn't considered that.
I did.
It stopped.
At the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m.
Oh, 5 minutes is enough time to kill somebody.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Faye?
Don't read into that statement.
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to a cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55.
So that would have been 10 minutes.
A whole 10 minutes.
Yeah. Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? What exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow.
Rubble.
Order in the court. What is this all about?
Objection! This is nonsense. The real murderer.
Even if you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Objection! But that it wasn't. Who else? Who are you saying could have done it?
Is he turning into Krang now?
I'm
Apparently.
trying to do like a J. Lewis thing.
Well, you're failing.
What do you say?
There's only one person who could have murdered
Okay,
Mr.
what have
Swallow.
I told you about walking bro? Oh, no.
Only after my client had left the scene.
Shredder, get those turtles.
Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer?
Miss Faye,
Yes.
is this defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
She turns to the judge, making a kitty face, saying that.
Yes. Oh. Yes.
It's finally time. Hammer time. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Bring it down.
Yes, Your Honor. We are ready.
I can never think about MC Hammer without thinking about how. Have I ever told this story in Super Bonus Round? If not, when my dad was a security guard at Showboat, he arrested MC Hammer.
Wait, what?
Yes?
That's wild.
Very
Oh
well.
my god.
But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, Miss Faye, let's have it. Who is the real killer?
Isn't it
Oh, yeah.
obvious?
And as soon as you accuse her, she does the MC Hammer run.
It
Break
could
it down.
only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne.
How can you?
Objection! The defense just grasped at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Ms. Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while, quote, cheering them both on as they fought?
She had pom-poms and everything.
I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Order! Order! Miss Faye? What? I mean, what? As to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands.
Ah! Sudden windstorm. How can you say something so mean, Madam Faye? I didn't do anything.
No, that was just the judge passing gas. We tried to warn you earlier.
What's that smell?
You know?
Oh, God.
You're at it! Please listen to what I'm gonna say!
What is it?
Please check everything the defense said, just on the record.
What the? Are you daft?
You're telling me Miss Faye! Dolly, she couldn't do something like that!
No, you're snowed, Phoenix.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat! Bailiff, grab that man! Oh, Luffy, this one's you.
That boy.
Oh, wait, that's Grossberg. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's gotten himself in way over his head.
Sorry, I just got back from putting preparation edge on.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
Woo! Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You'd better take a good look at it. It, details how you came to lose your boyfriend. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, Your Honor, that is,
May I interrupt you for a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand.
I think you have something else in your hand.
Shut up!
That is, go right ahead.
Like a damn fiddle.
Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie?
Yes,
Yes?
I am. Not only am I saying that you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, objection. I told you that you should let me handle this.
Shut up!
Sorry, please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny.
And after I killed my dear Dougie, what?
Wait, what? Wait,
The
what?
notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
Yeah, oh, that's rich.
I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What could this possibly have to do with the case?
The witness claims that she had no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well, then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on just for a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Well, why don't we have her participate in the battle for her life?
Next
Time on the Super Bonus Round.
Yep, so thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'm fairly certain next episode we're finishing this case. We'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, so that way you can stay up to date. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, she is so guilty.